Make no mistake about it, this will be the biggest sport in the world. There's nothing the critics can do that's going to stop the juggernaut that is MMA.
What began as a brutal, no-holds-barred experiment in America is now a multi-million-dollar fight industry, with mixed martial arts or cage fighting the fastest-growing sport in Australia.
Essentially, there's 4 martial arts that mixed martial artists have to learn. Boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. There is no sport that puts athletes under that kind of demand. There is no sport in the world that even comes close to it.
But where some see discipline and athleticism, others see all-out barbarity.
Mixed martial arts is a sport where the design, the aim is to maim your opponent into unconsciousness, and it is a matter of time before someone could potentially die in the ring.
From the first UFC fight in America in '93, the sport has come a long way. In '96, it was widely banned before being sanctioned in 2001. Today, it's televised in 150 countries in 20 languages to more than 500 million homes around the world.
If the fighter is a grounded fighter, you cannot kick or knee to the head of that fighter. I think people haven't been brought up to date that there are rules and weight categories and time limits brought in. I have basically four pages of rules I read out at every rules meeting.
Here in Australia, the competition is called CFC, or Cage Fighting Championships.
Young men with the decline of blue-collar work, that they have less ways of establishing a masculine identity, and violence seems like the easiest way to do this. Participating in violence or watching it.
The adrenaline and the excitement, and you just train so many weeks for this one moment, and it's very hard to describe, but it is most intense feeling you can ever imagine.
It's a Friday night at Homebush in Sydney, where 2,000 fans have gathered to watch welterweight Robert Whittaker attempt to take back the CFC world title.
You really need to train practically every day, more than once a day sometimes, and it's a way of life more so than a sport.
At just 21 years of age, Robert's already had 9 wins from 10 cage fights and considers himself a professional athlete.
Sorry to all the boys that come out here. I couldn't take it for you, but I'll keep trying, keep pushing and come back stronger.
The people who are injured are young, otherwise healthy people, and these are things that have implications for them for decades to come. There is no safe way of having this sport, and because there is no way of having this done safely, it should not be allowed. End of story. It's too dangerous.
While the sport battles for acceptance in the mainstream, many believe cage fighting is now too big to ban.
What we need to do is actually come to terms with the existence of these sports and their size and their popularity, and as distasteful as they may seem, we actually have to move on now and actually have a serious regulation of them.
Before there was a bat, before there was a ball, before there was a white line on a grassy field, there was 2 guys who got in a fight and everyone stood around and watched. So I think we almost want to watch, we kind of need to watch, it's in our DNA.